It feels real good to be here in October 2025, seeing comments in the stream right now. As soon as we start, not even 10 seconds into the stream, seeing hella lates in the chat. That's how you know we're back.
I missed y'all.
I didn't. I hate this. I boycotted this. I'm the reason why we didn't stream. I don't enjoy being around you guys.
Sounds like we got a hater here, but I love to see all the lates coming in. And like we just said, we are back for another season of NBA basketball. We had to take the summer off from the streams because it was a very uneventful summer, as we talked about on the episodes the whole time. They didn't go anywhere. But we're back. We're here. TD3 Live is here to stay for the rest of the season starting today.
Where the real eaters at?
Woo! Ooh. And as you guys see, it is Monday. Previously, before the Austin hiatus, it was TD3 Tuesdays. Changed some stuff around, mixing some stuff up. I think it's going to be Mondays for this season, probably for foreseeable future. But yeah, same story, different day.
But we still around, though. Like, we have different priorities, different things in mind. We got a whole new show, House Call. If you haven't been aware, we go ahead and talk about football every single week. Crown Eat every single week. Get deep into the weeds of hardcore analysis every single week there as well.
Yes, sort of. Someone said I got a soccer dad outfit.
Do you?
I wear a collar shirt one time, and apparently I look like a soccer dad, which is also very racially charged.
No. Honestly, no. You know what you look like? You look like a terrible substitute teacher. Ain't no kids listen to you, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Do you think I would be a good substitute teacher?
I think you would be chill.
No, not me. Do you think you would be a good substitute teacher?
Oh, me?
No.
I'd be terrible. The kids would love me, man. But yo, here we ain't doing shit.
They would get no work done.
Yeah, he ain't doing no work, man. What?
I feel like Donovan they'd walk over him a little bit.
They would try to.
They would walk over him.
Yeah. They would talk so much. They see Donovan, they sigh, bro. Like,
listen, when I get the teacher next door to stand in the room, you know, be like, guys, your teacher would not like this.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games until I start writing names on the board.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? She comes in.
That's funny.
I have never, ever, in my 15 years of teaching, had a class act that bad with the substitute teacher.
Dude, I had that happen to me all the time growing up.
Yeah, bro.
Did I tell you about the one time I got a substitute teacher leaving a note saying I was being racist to her? It was a Mexican lady.
You were being
Me,
racist
a Mexican lady.
to a racist
We
lady?
were saying that I was making fun of her accent because I was in class and me and my friend were just giggling a lot because I had a friend in there.
Yeah.
And we just like weren't paying attention. And for some reason she thought we were laughing at her accent because she like spoke broken English because she was like Mexican.
Wait, so what did you do? Like, what words did you say
We
specifically?
were just bullshitting, and like I guess we like didn't hear her. We're like talking over her because she was like a meek substitute teacher. I got a note the next day. A teacher pulled me on the hallway, and she was like, "I heard you were being racist." And I was like, "What? Her name is Miss Gonzalez. What do you mean?"
My last name is Gutierrez, but she could be my aunt.
What are you talking
That's
about?
crazy.
And yeah, that happened.
That's hilarious.
Okay, what am I? Let's see.
Oh
Clean.
my gosh, man. That's funny.
Okay, I had to change the chat up real quick. It was a
see.
little boxy, but okay. Like you guys see by the title, appreciate y'all here listening to my racism accusation story. We are going to talk about the NBA players and teams that we are buying stock into this season. Really, what I mean is, I had to put that because I sounded better for a title. We are here to talk agendas today. We're going to talk about the teams that we're high on, the players that we're high on, expecting a star leap, everything that we will be arguing for as the season goes on. Who are you planting your flag on as one of your agendas for the season?
Perfect. Because I do have a list.
You do? Good. Before we get to that, though, we got to do what we always do. We got to talk about the news. What is going on in the NFL? Oh, I almost said NFL. I got two brains right now. They're both merged into one.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what's going on in the NBA. It's only right that we start by talking about the main character of the NBA, who's been the main character for our entire lives. We have LeBron James news to talk about. Specifically, LeBron James' back hurts real bad, and he's going to miss the start of the season with sciatica.
Oh!
Approximately 3 to 4 weeks is going to be out, probably missing the first 5 to 10 games of the season. And this answers asks the question, does this change everything for the Lakers? Is their season derailed?
Oh my God.
Is this a sign that maybe the contract negotiation stuff that was going on in the summer is leaking into this season and the relationship is broken?
Mm-hmm.
What is to be taken away by the old man having a nerve injury in his lower back?
This is a nightmare.
You know why?
Why?
Because this means that now the fate of the Los Angeles Lakers rests in the palms of one dominating.
Oh my God.
He has to pick up the slack, right? Austin Reaves is going to be who Austin Reaves is, right? He might play a little bit better, but he's going to do that. Luca, he's going to do that. The X factor, the guy who needs to step up, the guy who needs to lead the Lakers and let them and allow them to reach their potential of being a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, that's dominating.
Yeah.
It's officially over.
That's what,
That's what that means.
The ball is going to
over.
be in your hands. That 2-man game with you and Luca, star that's gonna be at the center of Crypto.com Arena every single night. I need to see it.
So this obviously is the first old man injury, I think. The first old man moment of LeBron's career. This is an injury, a sciatica, that happens to senior citizens quite often from bending over wrong and pinching a nerve. So hilarious on that note that, damn, this guy's really, really old. But the reason it's a talking point is because this story came out from Dave McMenamin a couple days after, where apparently LeBron is monitoring the Lakers situation while he is out. He said, LeBron's going to be watching while he's out. If they're struggling, that could lead to the next step. When Rich Paul said that LeBron will be watching the Lakers' every move because the priority is to win, if they are not winning, maybe LeBron might have to go somewhere else.
I just hear old man babbling at that point. Like, leave him in his corner, but he a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, just leave him there.
So, yeah, obviously, I think this is a little bit of a projection. And, like, LeBron's going to be noticing the team like he always does. No shit. It's not exactly breaking news. Whether or not he has some, like, timer on the Lakers, given how they perform while he's out, I don't know. It sounds a bit of a stretch. But outside of it being dramatic, it is worth talking about how this injury is going to, like, affect the start of their season.
Yeah. This aspect is very funny because it implies that, like, the LeBron still has mad power.
Yeah.
And it's like we literally went through this the entire summer of LeBron and Rich Paul monitoring how the Lakers were moving. And, you know, that we had the story about that the Lakers are prioritizing Luca in the future. And it's like, oh, wow, would they prioritize their future with the 26-year-old as opposed to the 40-year-old? I'm really shocked that that's happening.
Yeah.
We had all of that. There was the pseudo, you know, LeBron, like, I kind of don't really want to be here. Who want me? And and nobody really wanted LeBron because it's just hard to trade for LeBron in this time with his contract, with the, like, weird evaluation of how you see LeBron being a player on your team in this season as opposed to giving up assets and all this stuff. So really, like you said, go sit in the corner, old man. Go watch your stories and just heal. Just get better, because I don't think that whatever Rich Paul was talking about, like, of course, it's all just common sense, but I don't think it's anything actually revealing or anything that the Lakers should be worried about in terms of, are we going to change how we're moving up? You know, like, we're fine. It's okay.
Yeah. I think the interesting part is, what does this have to do with their, like, start to the season and their standings? Because obviously this is going to be a season where we see them become a more Luka-centric team on the court too. Even outside of the off-the-court stuff you talked about, they're going to play through Luka increasingly more as the season goes on. We saw it last year, but it was weird given the injury he was coming off of, given the fact that he got thrust into a team that was already existing. I'm sure the majority of the offseason agenda on JJ Redick's board is, how do we move this team closer and closer to what makes Luka work? Now I feel like we're going to have to go 1,000% into Luka basketball with LeBron gone.
Yeah, and when it comes to Luka basketball, how do you imagine at least, like, the first week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks into the season, depending on how much time, depending on when he'll be back? Like, who's going to be filling up that spot? Is it Jake LaRavia? Are you going to kind of go small and expect someone like Marcus Smart, who we haven't seen just yet? Or are you going to, like, go all in when it comes to Vando?
Yeah.
How's it going to look like?
Chad, who do you guys want to see start for the Lakers in these first, let's call it 10 games this season? Let's assume he misses that much time. I see y'all discussing the Hennessy ad and how that affects his legacy. Let me know who you guys think should start, because I think it's an interesting conversation. Because at one point this summer, I was really not passionate, but, like, pretty set on, I think Marcus Smart should start in some way. That was before LeBron was out. I was thinking maybe he should start in place of Rui. But now that LeBron's out, I feel like there's an argument that maybe you should maintain that size and start Vanderbilt if you can make the spacing work with him and Ayton, who's, like, not a 3-point spacer at all. But Ayton's still, like, he has a deep floater. He has a mid-range shot. He's not like a Gobert non-shooter where you can't play anybody on the court with him and it can't shoot. You can maybe make it work with Luca and Reaves being such good shooters. But I don't know. I'm torn still.
Yeah, I think because of the versatility that Ayton has, you have to maintain someone like Rui, who has size and can shoot the three pretty well. I want to usher in Vando to just, like, go all in on size, and hopefully if Vanderbilt, who I guess in the past has had, like, inklings of being a decent passer and connector, if he can go into that role, I think I'd be pretty comfortable, and I feel decent about Luka carrying me throughout the first, like, 10, 12 games of the year.
Yeah, I also don't really care, like, who starts, just because that specific role with LeBron out is obviously going to be a rotating spot. And so you're going to,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're at the beginning of the year anyways. And so JJ is going to be out there trying out different lineups, seeing what lineups work the best. And so you can go and start Vando, and he could play the first 5 minutes, and then guess what? Boom.
What the hell? Someone lied to me, man. Tell me why I went ahead and I looked up what's the injury called? Scatia? What the fuck is it
Wow.
called?
Try one more time.
I don't even know. I don't even remember what it's called.
Scatia.
Scatia. What is it called?
Sciatica.
I looked it up, and the first thing that I saw was that it's when a sharp shooting pain travels from your lower back or your butt down to your leg.
Someone said that Georgia Southern education.
Georgia Southern, not even I wish.
But yeah, it is an old man injury for sure.
Yeah.
And I wonder if
Georgia
so
Southern.
I don't care too much if he misses 5 games or 10 games even, which 10 games is kind of a lot. So that's probably not what he's going to miss. Let's call it 5 to 7. I don't care too much about that as far as like their long-term outlook, but I do wonder if we're already dealing with this and there was kind of talks all summer that he is dealing with some small stuff and this is kind of like a continuation of that. Is it going to be like finally load managing LeBron like in a meaningful way? You know, they talked about in the past, started last season, he like rejected the idea, was like, this is some bullshit. Or was that 2 years ago now?
It was 2 years. It was
2 years ago.
with Darvin Ham.
Yeah, it was Darvin Ham. So like he's like talked about it, but now we're really in old man LeBron where you're having sciatica. I wonder if we really do see some load management and that maybe should like affect how we view their like place in the standings. Because I think for this team to be really, really great, you need like peak LeBron.
Yes, this is what we were saying last year, where like you can go into these series and like again, I thought that they were gonna run all over the Minnesota in the first round, and obviously that didn't happen. But I never thought that the Lakers were gonna have a deep playoff run because I didn't believe that LeBron could be that LeBron could be at his best for 2 months, right? 2.5 months. That's a lot of basketball. And so even if you take that away from playoff basketball and then you go to just the regular season of 82 games, even guys who are 25 and stars, they don't play 70, 65 games at this point. It does not make sense for anybody to have the expectation that LeBron would play 65 games and that he would just be, you know, regular LeBron in that sense. Like, of course, he's going to have to be load managed. He's not going to be the same. He's 40. He's going to turn 41 during the season. It was always going to get to this point.
Yeah, I don't know where I heard this from, but I did hear LeBron. I don't know what platform he was on, but he talked about how his main focus is just making sure that he's healthy for the playoffs. And it feels like he's admitted himself to a degree that he is ready to just like be on damn near cruise control for the entire year to make sure he's healthy for those 16 games in the playoffs.
Did y'all see this terrible ass joke that Matt Berry made on ESPN? He said, I have an idea. Maybe he could rub some Hennessy on it and everything will be fine. This was the lamest joke I've ever seen on TV.
He thought he got a bar off.
He did. He was like, got him.
It feels even like
he kind of did.
No, he did not.
No, he
You
did.
think he got
This
him?
is the most low hanging shit I've ever heard in my life.
Of course, it's low hanging.
Lame-ass
Like,
joke.
all right, you got it.
Terrible joke.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Because
agree.
it's your king.
No, it's not. This is so lame.
I respect a
Long
good roast of
hanging
anybody if it's good.
Exactly.
But I wonder if yes, you said to the point that it sounds like he's already priming himself to be focused on the playoffs completely. But what does it actually look like? Like every time we said that about LeBron, he still comes out and averages 25. And even last year after they got Luca, he was playing off ball a little more focus on defense, rebounding, was doing a lot of good stuff there. Still had the ball in his hands a good amount. Like, I don't know what it actually looks like for LeBron to be focused on his body. Like, is he going to buy into actually being like the Draymond Green role, like everybody says? I don't know if it's in him. Like, there's only so much that he's going to do to lay off the gas, you know?
Yeah. I honestly think that we always hear this, but this year it might be actually different because, bro, like he's going to be 41 soon. Not even 40 anymore. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think genuinely at this point in time, what's most important, who knows how much time he has left. I'm assuming next year he's going to retire. Who knows? Maybe it's just this year. But I think because of the fragile state that the Lakers are in terms of there's not too much room for error. You're not like incredibly deep. We haven't seen this team play fully at all during preseason, whether it be Luca, whether it be, of course, LeBron. Marcus Smart hasn't played too. DeAndre Ayton has had some weird games when no one can walk away with real takeaways. It's so vital for him to like genuinely be there during the postseason, or else they have zero shots. So I think this year we'll see it.
We're going to see Luca play tomorrow, Tuesday in Phoenix against the Suns for the first time. That's going to be our first look at him this season with Ayton. No LeBron, obviously. I wonder how this is going to factor into the blooming Luca MVP argument that happens every single year, where it's always this is a time where Luca finally takes that mantle as best player in the world, best guard in the world at least, and has an MVP season, this would help the argument if he has to start off aggressively opposed to like trying to figure it out with the new system. Like he's going to have to come out guns blazing.
We talk about it all the time. If you want to win MVP, great first 20-25 games.
Yep.
Great last 20-25 games. It's about the bookends, and you just do whatever you want from December to March. That's okay. But for October and November, also have a good Christmas Day game, and boom, we're there. We're so in there to get the MVP. I like it for Luca and for his case. Also, to go back to what you said about LeBron and the Draymond Green role, I actually think he'll be fine in that. I actually think that he will embrace it because I do think that throughout his career, LeBron has shown that like he'll do whatever he needs to do for the team to be successful. And for a majority of his career, that's just been, I just have to have the ball in my hands. So, and even like at the tail end of the Cleveland years, in the regular season, we saw LeBron not necessarily be a defensive like goon because he knows like, okay, I have to save energy for the playoffs. I think it'll probably be the same thing here where he conserves energy, he picks his spots, which he's already been doing for the last 2 to 3 years. So, I trust LeBron to do what's needed in that sense.
And since they have Austin Reaves still, like I think Luca and Reaves, especially if it's only 7 to 10 games, that's enough ball handling, that's enough scoring points that you can make do. Now they have Ayton and they have Jackson Hayes. They have 2 competent centers for 48 minutes. Like they have the skeletons there that I still believe Luca ball can keep them like above 500 without too much of a struggle. They have a pretty favorable start to their season. It starts off pretty easy. So I'm not worried about it for the Lakers. I think there's some silver linings for Luca getting going fast, some silver linings for Ayton getting going fast. There's enough there to make up for the size discrepancy without LeBron in the lineup. Overall, I think it's fine. If there's ever going to be a time to miss LeBron, I think it being early in the season when rhythm matters for the other guys, because LeBron's going to come in and figure it out regardless. Yeah. This would be the time to miss some games, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
More important story. We're talking about LeBron. We're talking about the GOAT. We're talking about the guy who gets talked about the most. Obviously, this is important. Obviously, this is going to be top of mind. But there's something even more important that now that I'm looking at the doc, I should have let off with this. I'm kind of mad at myself for not leading off with it. I'm kind of mad at the chat for not clamoring for it and not demanding I pull it up. Trae Young dropped a song with 2 Chainz and Quavo called Where I Stay. Mo, I assume you've heard this. Did he get that shit off?
Now, listen, I will say we got scammed. Trae did not get anything off. He was just ad-libs for the entire song. He did not give off any real like lyrics. He didn't showcase his other skills at all. But did 2 Chainz and Quavo get this shit off? Hell yeah. They released a video. Trae was promoting it on his socials, and he just showcased himself like with the headphones on saying, yeah. Damn. The whole entire time with his ad-libs, and that was his song, and that's what got him just enough to put his name down as a fucking feature, and it was hilarious.
So is that all the ad-lib said? Was just that? Can I hear it? Can I hear it one more time? Another reenactment?
Yeah. Quay. And that's it.
Trae Young was saying Quay?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And he also had a yes, sir. One of those, yeah.
Apparently, I'm the only one not tapped in. Chad, let me get a 1 to 10. How good was this Trae Young song? Let me get a judgment.
His outro made the song even better, though. He said, "Run that back, Quay. Run that back." All right, that's it. All right, that's it. I like that.
Okay, next thing to comment on: GM survey came around. We didn't make this. We should have did this last week, but I completely forgot to put it in the main episode. So look at it today. This is always interesting. 80% of GMs think the OKC Thunder are once again going to win the NBA title.
Wow. Fair, I guess. Like this happens every year with the team that won last year. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, they're set up so well. They're going to win it again. How can anybody stop them?" So it's not shocking that everybody look. The Celtics last year were 83%.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, these 2 teams, being the Celtics and this year's Thunder, seem like they've been the most set up to go back to back. So I guess if there was ever going to be a year where it's like a resounding consensus they're going to win again, this would be the one. Because we talked about before the cameras went on, because this week we're doing our predictions episode. Donovan was like, "Have y'all thought about your championship pick yet?" And I was like, I have no reason not to pick the Thunder. Nobody else has emerged and gotten that much better where I'm going to say like that's the clear favorite in the same way the Thunder did the year prior, getting Hardenstein and getting Caruso. So yeah, it kind of feels like just go chalk.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Me personally, I don't think I am picking the Thunder because I'm just going by with what history has said over the last 5-6 years or whatever.
It's not a lot of history.
It's not a lot of history, but it's 6 years worth right now. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and pick them. But am I going to look at you crazy if you believe they're going to win? Absolutely not. Like, this team is young. This team has decent depth. In my mind, like, this is not crazy at all. It's interesting seeing the Denver Nuggets only 7%, though. I thought they would be higher.
I mean, tied for second. So, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. I wonder who else.
I guess it makes sense considering, like, they have to go ahead through
these
through
three
OKC.
teams is 94%. So that's a pretty big margin.
But it's also weird because, like, and you're right. Like, the Nuggets have to go through OKC, so I get it. But them being at the same percentage as the Cavs, it's like, all right, like, come on now. You know, like,
I mean, someone has to win in the East. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Cavs, that makes sense to me because the Cavs have a much weaker conference, much better chance of making it, which gives you a much better chance of winning it.
Yeah, so I get it.
I honestly, even outside of that, I feel just as good about the Cavs as I do the Nuggets. I mean, obviously Jokic helps in terms of playoff setting. I get it, but
like that, I do think, and we are moving into, and we've kind of already moved into a space in the NBA where just because you have the best player in the league doesn't automatically mean that like you're going to be in the conference finals. But that's still worth something.
Still helps.
Right? It surely doesn't hurt to have Jokic, and I do think that the upgrade the trend, the switch out of MPJ to Cam Johnson, I think that's an upgrade. So yeah, I would have Denver a little bit higher than 7%.
So people in the chat saying sleeping on the Knicks. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the Knicks are obviously the second best team in the East, so I think a lot of people are going to view them as like neck and neck, 1A, 1B with the Cavs.
Yeah,
not GMs though. They voted Shai the best point guard at 73%. The previous year was Luca, only 37%. So now they're saying it's resoundingly Shai.
I mean, you do what he did, and you have one of the best guard seasons of all time. Yeah, you can have it coming into this year. That's the class that we're in right now, and it really is. Can Luca snatch his chain back of being the best point guard? And if he can't, then I mean, Shai's gonna.
I honestly do envision like over the next 5 years, we're just gonna see a constant seesaw between Shai and Luca as to who's gonna be the best point guard for each and every single year. And last year was Shai. The year before that was probably Luca. He snatched that chain away from Steph. And me personally, I think Luca's gonna have a season of a lifetime. So I
hope you are correct.
I hope so too.
With that being said, even if he does, Shai had one last year. I kind of feel like he will again. Like I feel like, especially with one having a title, one not, one having MVP, one not, it's gonna be hard for Luca to snatch that title back. I think, unless you think Shai is gonna like return to some sort of normal and not be.
Fuck no.
I feel like he's gonna keep having legendary guard seasons.
Yeah.
Next up, who's the best head coach in the NBA? Still Eric Spoelstra, 52%. I wonder how many more years it's gonna last if they keep being irrelevant.
Well, it's about to drop because last year was at 69% and it dropped 72% in 1 year. So if the Heat don't, overperform and do Miami Heat things and get into the playoffs or win a series or something, I can definitely see Mark Daigneault getting up to 1. I can see.
I'm surprised Rick Carlisle isn't like.
He got votes.
Yeah, but he's not top 3 at all. Like that's kind of crazy to me.
Ty Lue's a hard bar to clear.
For sure.
I think.
After last year in the playoffs, though, Rick Carlisle,
I think he deserves a top 3.
If it was like a year by year power rankings, I'd put him above Ty Lue. But also, if I'm projecting to this year, I imagine Ty Lue will have like a better coach of the year candidacy. So I get it either way.
Yeah, I think it's hard when Ty Lue has his hands tied behind his back in every game 7 because your star players just aren't there or don't show up. So.
Chad, who do you guys think is the best coach in the league right now? Knowing the Heat obviously extract the most value from random players year after year, but it's also been a few years since we saw them make a serious push. Probably won't this year. Does Eric Spoelstra still keep the title for you guys, or is there any argument for somebody else?
Also, no Mazzulla?
Damn, that is disrespectful. You're right.
Right.
I mean, top 3. I mean,
no, but he wasn't even in the little thing that said also receiving votes.
Yeah.
It was like, dang.
Who is the most promising young core? Obviously, Thunder are going to be 1, given the fact they won a championship with their young core. After that, Spurs number 2 by a wide margin.
Of course, it should happen for sure. After what we saw at Dylan Harper during his
forget
preseason
that you have
debut,
Wemby. That's the young core. That's the young core.
But also, you had a number 2 pick. You know how hard it is to have a prospect like Wemby that comes in as a top 10 player right away, and then you still get a high top 3 pick. Last few we've seen like this that come in this great like Wemby, they're immediately too good to continue stacking picks. The fact that they got a rookie of the year after Wemby and the number 2 pick, It's pretty rare.
He's saying shout out to blood clots. Oh man, you're terrible. Oh, this is terrible, man. Oh man,
We are not shouting out blood clots. We are not shouting out blood clots.
I'm simply acknowledging a silver lining here. But yeah, this young core is ridiculous. That's crazy that they got maybe 3 straight rookie of the years if it's a good year for Harper. Like that's on the table.
That'll be so crazy.
That would be nuts.
Man, that'll be crazy.
Now the Castle one's a little bit different given the year. And the
He got
class.
it.
He won. He won.
Rookie of the year is a rookie of the
Fair.
year.
All you
Square,
can do
sure.
is play the basketball that is in front of you. And
All
he
you can
did
do is
that.
compete with the class you're in.
Yeah.
Sure.
Next thing, what is up next on our
The Hawks should have been there though. I will say that.
What do you
Should have been. The Hawks should have been there when it comes to
promising young cores?
promising young core
I
between
guess.
Dyson, Jalen Johnson, Ricochet. Okongwu's there. Okongwu's still there and he's young.
I think Okongwu aged out.
Nah.
How
he's
old
there.
is he?
Is he 26 now?
No, he's like 24. So I think he's just right there.
Anyways, Joel Embiid is dunking. Does that move you?
Hey. Yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. This is good stuff.
Good for Embiid. Now it doesn't move me, but like good for him though.
I wonder if he's gonna play to start the year or anything like that. Like, there's been nothing said about him.
Yeah. I think a couple episodes ago when we did our one thing you need to know about every team, kind of like a recap of the offseason, I said we have no news of Embiid being injured. That's good. Last year at this time, it was like, oh, fuck, another injury.
Mm-hmm.
Then I read some more about it. I think it's just like, yes, we have no news of him being injured. We also have no news of him being healthy. And I think it's like true net neutral. We don't know anything about his current space right now if he's going to start the season. I feel kind of worse about that.
I don't know. Maybe he is just. You're right. If he was 100% healthy and ready to go, they would put that news out there.
Yeah.
But also, this is like an open practice with fans around, so it's like, why would you put him out there?
Yeah, they
in
wouldn't
front
put
of
him out
these
there
fans
if it was a
and build
problem.
hope up too. So maybe they're just like not setting up those expectations for the sake of his mental health and every other like Sixers fans' expectations as well.
Yeah, we're probably at the point where it's just chronic. Like, you get to like March and April and it's like, all right, well, everybody's hurt, everybody's dealing with something. That's just Joel Embiid for the rest of his NBA career. It's like we're gonna start the season. His sciatica is, one spin move away from acting up. His knees are cooked. Like it makes sense.
Schrodinger's superstar is tough. Nice. Several people. Oh no! Shout out DJ Ampu. He's the one that said Schrodinger's superstar.
Nice.
That's a good one. Someone said, "I believe in any team with a blue color scheme."
Okay.
Don't quite understand that one.
Blue color scheme. The Hornets count. You believe in them?
The Knicks count. You believe in him?
Do the Hornets count as blue? I don't know if that's what they're getting at.
I don't know.
But anyways, we finally have more Giannis news. In a whole preseason process that's been mired with will he, won't he, Trae talks. What are the team going to do to convince him to stay? Sounds like he wants to be convinced, but he's not 100,000% loyal. Anything can happen. Well, the haymaker from the Bucks has came in.
What
They
happened?
pulled out the big guns and they signed his brothers, both of them, or 2 of the 3.
I'm not gonna lie.
What is it?
This is egregious. This is egregious. And like we spent, and not like we, but just like the collective we spent multiple months and really all of like Bronny's rookie year hating on Bron. Like, how dare you spend the 55th pick in this? That's fine, right? Bronny can be an actual NBA player. The fact that the Bucks are using not 1, but 2 roster spots on a team that is already not great, that on a team that is already so devoid of like actual talent, and they need actual players, that they're using 2 spots on his brothers who are not good NBA players. That's actually egregious.
I kind of understand the Thanasis one, like just because we've heard so much that story Jeff T talking about, like Giannis needs Thanasis. Like he said he was bugging out when he was gone. Like he's a big part of keeping Giannis grounded and like sane.
Yeah.
I get that. I mean, look, a lot of brothers get contracts. Udonis has him a contract for a long time because he was like a coach in the locker room. Let Thanasis be that. I understand it. 2-way contracts are valuable resources for a team with no young talent that can try to find somebody to fill that void and give them some glimmer of life from a young player to convert. A lot of diamonds in the rough are found with 2-way contracts. Alex does not have the value of Thanasis from what we just talked about. This is pure, please don't leave me.
I learned a new word the other day. The word is ostentation. Basically means what Giannis is doing right now. Popping yo shit. I don't know a singular NBA player who has the pull, the power to go ahead and not sign only one brother and give him free checks, but having 2 brothers in the league bro, you're showing your ass off right now, Giannis. You're showcasing how important you are and how much pull and how much like real estate you own in Wisconsin. Apparently, to like news, I don't know if we said this on the pod or whatever, but apparently his wife wants to live in Greece, or they're looking to like move out of Wisconsin permanently.
Apparently, she already is living. Her and her family's living in Greece. Apparently,
exactly. And this is just like. Just more cherry on the cake for Giannis and just extracting as much valuable stuff as he can from this Bucks organization.
Chad, let me see you guys spell ostentatious.
Facts.
Ostentation.
Also,
same word.
Also, Thanasis already has a podcast. We've done enough, right? We've clearly done enough for you and your family. If we do not look into Thanasis' podcast deal and look at that as cap circumvention, oh my
Brother,
goodness, this is crazy. This
Someone said Austin Reaves. Fucking dummy.
No, but this is ridiculous. This is actually wild. Oh wow, that cat is tweaking. Yes. And so, listen, the cat will be here. The cat will get calmed down shortly. We will see that. But yeah, I really don't like this. I really don't like that.
What are the odds of them finding some like useful like that's so rare? We only see that happen maybe like once every few years.
But you know that Alex can't play NBA basketball. It's worth it to actually have at least another dart throw to.
But what if it's empty? Then what? Which it's empty for the most part.
Then you had an empty chance at something that actually. At an unknown, you know what I'm saying? At an unknown, and like once we get to January, and you need a 2-way contract, and Alex is using it, and you don't have anybody like
spell for shit.
Is it Austin Tecumpo, Australia, Oscar Robertson? Damn, the cat just ran away.
You can't spell for shit, bro.
Yeah. Nepotism goes crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, do what you got to do to keep you honest. It doesn't really matter, you know. It's not like
they're shooting blanks. Who cares?
Yeah. It's a sign of a desperate team doing desperate stuff, which is understandable why they're desperate. Why is Andrea left and the cat's freaking out because she doesn't know where she's at? Yeah. This cat is insanely clingy.
We here.
Okay, next thing. Did you guys see the latest Jayson Tatum update?
What happened?
He's dunking.
Ooh.
Several months removed from surgery.
I think
he's rising up.
This video looks fake.
Does it?
It does.
It looks like AI.
Yeah, it looks like those old NFL commercials where they would have like people like catch footballs through a brick wall or something like that. It looks like that.
Didn't like someone jumped over a car in the NBA commercial? Was that Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, they had one where Kobe jumped over a car. They had one where like Andre Johnson was catching multiple footballs on a jugs machine. Greg Olsen like ran through a brick wall or something. I can't believe this.
What do you guys think about this whole notion that he wants to come back this season, and the Celtics are at least like appeasing him in the media by saying it's a possibility?
Dude, if I'm Brad Stevens, I fucking hate this so much, and I'm pulling out my hair. Like, you spent the whole entire summer trying to put together and piece together this very intricate plan of just trying to figure out ways to improve your roster. A buffer year was like very much needed. They weren't going to be as good as last year or the year before that at all, no matter what. And Tatum's injury made the blow so much easier to digest because it's like, okay, now we really don't have any expectations, and I can really just like damn near tank the year and figure out parts as I'm on this way to just like retooling. I hate it so much.
You can still do that. I actually low key.
What if it sets him back though?
I kind of like it because so for a couple of reasons. One, obviously, like they know more about Tatum and his recovery than we do, and so if they're in the building every day and they're seeing that it's actually going well, and not just one but like multiple doctors are out here saying like, okay, it actually looks like he's on track. This is some crazy recovery. That's cool. That's one. Two, he's still not gonna play before Christmas, so they can still you can still do the tanking thing where you are competitive, trade off any of the pieces that you want to trade off, get assets, and be a bad team in the second half of the year. And then when we get to the last 10 games and we're playing fake March basketball, if Tatum's ready, let him get just a taste, just a nibble of NBA basketball again.
Just a nibble.
And if he plays bad, guess what? It's the last 10 games of the season. Who cares? And then we can go into next year and you've actually played NBA basketball when we're actually ready to start being a real team again. You know?
Yeah, this is the most nonsense story I ever heard, I think. I just think it's complete bullshit. I think he's just putting it out there like, it'd be real cool to come back. I want to do it. And they're like, sure thing, Jason. I would be baffled if he played this year. Just for every obvious reason.
I would be too, but if it's like, okay, we talk so much all the time about like, Modern medicine is crazy. Let me see modern medicine show up. Like you're in a legacy game, modern medicine. Right?
You're really trying modern medicine.
That's what I'm saying. This is what we talk about all the time. Are you a man or a mouse? and I'm ready to see modern medicine actually do something so that we can see just how far we have come.
Who's the face of modern medicine?
I think right now it would be Adrian Peterson,
Okay.
which was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
We're a generation removed from modern medicine having a hit album. It's about
It's
time.
quiet for modern medicine.
It's about time for you to come out here, lock in, do a jazz album with the Alchemist, and let's see you.
Hey,
I need 10 songs. I need 10 songs straight rapping.
Is modern medicine an industry plant? Oh shit, we gotta talk.
Maybe.
What did AP do again?
Tore his ACL and came back over the summer.
In 6 months, ran for 2,000 yards. It's ridiculous. So, but yes, I am ready for modern medicine to come out here and actually show the strides and advances that we have made. So, I'm cool.
Okay. Last news story to talk about real quick. Keegan Murray is injured. You guys talk about this. I'm gonna go see what the fuck is up with this cat and try to get her to calm down.
Oh my God, Donovan, what does it say?
It's
Jesus.
He can't read. It says that Keegan Murray, this is the medical update, and that Keegan Murray is set to miss around 10 to 17 games, and the Kings' early season schedule is brutal. He had an MRI that revealed a torn ulnar collateral ligament of the left thumb, and he'll undergo surgery and be reevaluated in approximately 4 to 6 weeks.
Jeez, this is a fucking blow. Like, this team is already depleted of like real talent. This team don't have any pieces who fits together and someone who could possibly make this work in your wildest of dreams. What does making it work mean? I don't fucking know. It probably means being competent. He was their only shot of that, considering the level of defense and I guess decent spacing that he provides. But man, this is a shot at the fucking heart.
Is Mo actually illiterate? The screen's real far away. It's hard for them to see the tweets I pull up.
What the fuck? Yes, I am.
The
How about
screen's
that?
mad small. They can't see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, right? Just tough. Like, already a team I was going to struggle. Just very tough. The worst player you could possibly have get injured.
Yeah. They had like 4 people on their team that can get into a defensive stance, and now one of them is gone. So
4 is high. Name all 4.
I don't know.
He was just talking.
Name all 4.
I was
right
trying
now.
to be generous.
Are we giving Dennis Schroeder the pass? He's getting the defensive.
He can get into a stance.
Says Dennis. It was Keegan, Keon Ellis, Devin Carter.
Maybe.
We didn't even see him play, so we don't know. But he's supposed to. I
Okay.
think that's it.
Okay.
4. All right.
Fair enough. Some of those are generous, but fair enough. They can get into a stance. Mo can't spell Atlanta.
Someone also said that I didn't pass 3rd grade, and guess what? That was a mod. Your chain will be snatched, and you have been fired live on the podcast.
Sorry, DQ Senpai. It got too comfortable. That's tough. Somebody keeps spamming Thomas Sorber stock up 500%. Somebody who will not be playing in the rookie year.
I got some bad
Yeah,
news.
he tore his ACL or something like that. What?
But okay, that's all the news stories I want to talk about today. I think it is about this time, 39 minutes into the show, to get to the main topic. Let's talk about all our agendas for this season. So this is going to be either somebody we think is going to be really good, it's going to take a leap, somebody that we're higher on compared to consensus. Maybe consensus is there too. We just want to make it clear that we agree. Can mean anything, just somebody that we are buying stock into, and we are going to argue for them all year.
Okay.
Unless shit changes week 1, then I will change my mind immediately.
Yeah. Okay.
Donovan, what is your first agenda for the year?
We're going to stay on the Kings. The Kings are going to be a bottom 3 team in the league.
Damn.
And I'm ready for
Bottom
this.
3 in the league.
Listen, I hate the Kings.
We're leading with hate. Okay.
You guys asked me before, like, oh, do you have any agendas that are really negative? And I was like, no, I'm really trying to be positive. I lied to you. I hate the Kings. I really don't see a silver lining for them at all. I think, like, especially now that Keegan Murray is legitimately hurt, like they're one path to having a somewhat respectable defense on any given night. That's gone to start the year. I think that you are the Chicago Bulls West with still a terrible fit. You still have Levine and DeRozan that are 3 or 4 years older than what they were whenever the Bulls were the 1 seed for 36 games. That is way past there. You still have Sabonis that is there, and I have no idea how on any given night you think that you guys are gonna beat anybody. I think that the Kings are gonna be awful. I think that they're gonna get to a point where with DeRozan, who's been talking. He had a clip where he was like, "Listen, I'm willing to do anything that the team needs, for us to be successful and for us to win, except if we tell you to change up your shot diet and to defend. Those are the two things that we have been asking you for a decade to do, and you have not done it. So I think that we're going to get to the middle of the season. People are going to get traded. Your defense is going to be bad, and anybody's going to be able to walk into Sacramento and get a win. I don't like the Kings.
I think I'm with you. I also don't like the Kings. I think last year we did our predictions. I think I gave them like the 9th or something in the play-in race, something respectable with De'Aaron Fox there. It was like they're going to be the Kings, right? Mm-hmm. We're a couple of years into this now. After that glorious run to the 3 seed, they've just been one of the mid teams in the West, and it is what it is. But I agree. This is the year the floor falls out from under them. This year, when we do our predictions, I will put them bottom 2 in the West, I think. And it's not even because I think they'll be bottom 2 in the West as of now. They're a little too good for that, probably. But to me, I will be baffled if they don't blow it up this season.
Yeah.
Oh, be prepared to be baffled. Like, get the baffling ready. Gather it together. Get ready to exude baffling.
This just feels like it's going to come to a close pretty soon. We had that thing over the summer where Sabonis is apparently monitoring the team situation and talking to the front office to see what's up. And like, going to be like, yo, are we trying to win? What's going on here? What are we doing? That already starts when my guy is quiet and as loyal as Sabonis. It just feels like there's smoke that this isn't going to work, obviously, right? They're not going to be good, I think, barring some kind of jump from a young player, which is always possible. But this feels to me like a team that will be out of the play-in race, or at the best case scenario, 9 or 10 in the play-in probably. So yeah, it just feels like we're heading towards trading the good players and starting over.
Yeah, genuinely. I think it would be smart for them to do that, but I genuinely don't think they'll do that because I definitely can see a world in where Nick Clifford, the rookie who's like 24, 25 years old, is going to come in day one and be able to fill in the shoes of Keegan Murray, which is not super hard to fill in, which is just be like, he's going to be decent on defense.
So what good players first that they're going to trade?
Yeah, I think there's going to be, Nick Clifford's going to come in. I think Devin Carter, who I really liked 2 years ago coming out of, I forgot what school he went to. I think he is a super nitty gritty guard who plays great defense, can do some things offensively as well. Dennis Schroeder being there, Dario Saric. Oh my God, it's 2025. Salute, he's still in the league. I think they have a couple glue guys who will be able to put things together and yield them into like 34, 35 wins.
I think that's very lofty. And like I'm not trying to step on the predictions episode right now, but the bottom 5 in the West last year: Suns, Blazers, Spurs, Pelicans, Jazz. I like the Blazers. We all expect to take just a little bit of a step forward. The Spurs, obviously, we think of that. Skinny Zion is back in effect. The Suns, even as ridiculous as they are, they can be a 34-win team. And so now I'm looking at Sacramento, and I'm looking at them with the bottom 5 teams in the West, and it's like, okay, Utah, fine. They're tanking. They're going to be bad. Outside of that, I don't think it's a guarantee that they're going to be better than any of those bottom 5 teams.
Yeah, I don't think nothing's ever a guarantee in the Western Conference, but things pop up out of the woodworks. Always injuries always happen, and who knows? Maybe this could be like a team where Sabonis goes down with an injury. It's fucking cooked, absolutely. But assuming all those things kind of go towards their way, something happens to one of those teams. We're talking about the Pelicans. The whole team just died last year. We're talking about the San Antonio Spurs. Me specifically last year, I had real lofty expectations and I thought they were going to be decent. They weren't. They were trash. Maybe that'll happen again too. Who knows? But I do think this team has a lot of like good NBA players who would play decent minutes on every single team. Like, this roster's not trash. It's just super mid. Super mid, below mid actually, and I think that could yield them to shit. You don't like 34 wins? How about 32 wins? They can win 32 games. Absolutely, I think so.
We'll see. And
they can if they keep it together for sure. I just like if they're on pace for that in the West right now. Like, I don't know.
It's not doing nothing.
They are the Kings. So they could always just run it back in mid forever. That is their prerogative to never blow it up. So
yeah, I guarantee you, it's either going to be Neek or it's going to be Devin Carter popping up, and they're going to be like.
You keep saying this, and I'm like, I like those players, but like. It's not enough. It's not enough. They're rookies. One is an older rookie, so I get it. One's a second-year player. Maybe they can do some good there. Even if they are what you want from them, and Nick is a good 3-and-D wing, and Devin Carter does provide some like Davion Mitchell-esque defensive value from a guard, I don't give a fuck. That's not enough. That's not going to change. That's not going to change this conversation.
It's not changing at all. They're going to do just enough though with Levine, DeRozan, and Sabonis. And their random mass performances.
Oh yeah, they have shooters.
I mean, it would help a lot. Yeah. I mean, let me not minimize it. If they had 2 more good defenders, that would do a lot for where they're at with like it's Keegan Murray versus the world. So that wouldn't matter. I don't want to say it's nothing, but I don't think it would get them into like relevance in the West. Like, it wouldn't. affect the end goal of being
No.
out of the conversation. Unless,
nothing will.
some teams get hurt, so they can make the play and they could do something. Like, there's spots to be taken because people always get injured,
Yeah.
but they won't be meaningful, really.
Yeah, I agree. This is not a team to be looking out for at all. But in terms of hating them, I agree. This is a nasty part.
Yes, I will be praying on their downfall each and every night.
Okay. Mo, what is your first agenda that you were buying into this year?
My first agenda that I'm buying into this year, Anthony Edwards MVP season.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right. I don't like to stamp a lot of flags. Do I believe in this one? No, absolutely not. But
Why do you do
is,
this?
is it a flag that like I'm willing to
You're the
plant
worst person in the
and
world.
be the stake at?
Yeah, I think we
Yes.
should talk about things we believe in. Said something. Do I believe in? No.
But if I was to believe in something, it would be this right here. Voter fatigue. People don't like Shai at all. It's clear as day. I think at least the fans don't fuck with him like that. The media, I think they've slowly like got over the hump, but still it's kind of spotty there. I don't know if Nikola Jokic is going to have the numbers necessarily because his team is like they re-upped a little bit during the offseason. Now, obviously, like this is not like a super team or nothing like that. No, but they have a lot of pieces in which they're not asking for Jokic to save their lives. Okay, next up in line is Luca. People have been kind of waiting. He's the only one who I really fear in these conversations. But I think outside of that, I think Anthony Edwards is in line to at least bare minimum be like top 3 in MVP.
So
awards.
pushing an agenda you don't believe in should count as market manipulation.
And that's what I do.
Great. I mean, I do buy. So you don't believe it. I do believe it that we can get an Anthony Edwards MVP caliber leap. And whether he wins it, who knows how the season goes and where the arguments lie. But I do buy that he can make the type of leap and be in the conversation for the first time, really.
Yeah, I think he's genuinely going to put up like 30 points this year, maybe like 31, 32. And he's also going to like take a certain, what's going on,
Dude,
man?
the cat is tweaking.
Yo, she's fighting shadows right now.
No, she's just looking for Andrea, and she's like, "Where is she?"
Yeah, damn. But yeah, I genuinely think it's going to be like an explosive year scoring wise from Anthony Edwards, and we're going to see an uptick when it comes to playmaking as well. And this is going to be our first year into real life, like prime Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, this is definitely the year, and especially as you've seen, like we were talking about guys for the Timberwolves who like have an opportunity to really take a leap, in terms of like Rob and Terrence Shannon Jr. What if they just don't, and like they need Anthony Edwards to score 30, 32 a night? That's also very, very possible. Like I think like we're pretty high on Terrence Shannon Jr. I know you are for sure, but like every offseason we go into the season and people have their guys and things just don't happen. And so it wouldn't shock me if we're at Christmas and Rob Dillingham is playing 11 minutes a night and averaging, 3.2 points per game and it's scoring, 34 points a night. Like that's very much in the cards.
See that. Yeah, I could see that.
And obviously, Ant talked about, somebody reported on behalf of him that he's working on his post game as his big summer leap this year, like the 3-point shot the year prior. And I do buy that if he's focusing on something like that it's probably real. Like I think he's proven that we should trust his ability to continue to improve his scoring bag year after year. What I think the bigger catalyst that will be is if his playmaking improves. Because Mike Conley, a year older, listen, we'll see what we get from Rob Dillingham when the season starts. From the preseason, which I don't trust as Bible ever, I don't love what I'm seeing as far as him taking like a playmaking burden off of Mike Conley's shoulder. We'll see what we can get from him, if anything. It just feels like we're heading down the path that we really were on last year, but they found ways to use Julius Randle as a playmaker to kind of mitigate it. But they really do need Anthony Edwards to be like a really, really consistent late game playmaker. And for the regular season, just like 48 minutes lead playmaker, like make that like Jayson Tatum passing leap he made a couple years ago, where he's not the point guard or anything, but he's elite as a playmaker for his position. That to me is going to be like the really big thing for him if he can do that.
Yeah, and I think if those things happen alongside like this Timberwolves team actually being elite in the Western Conference from start to bottom of the year like they were just 2 years ago, I think if Anthony Edwards is able to pull this team while also making all those things happen that we just talked about to the second seed, I think he's winning MVP for sure.
Second seed, okay.
Yeah, if he can pull them to the 2 seed, I believe that if the Timberwolves for some reason are the 2 seed by the time, I don't know, March or April happens and the season's over, he's winning MVP. There's no way around it.
Okay.
I don't know no way around it, but I do think that'd be a good argument. Really, the mid-range stuff has to be real with the post game, because like the big thing holding back a lot of his advanced metrics is that he's a dreadful mid-range scorer in terms of efficiency. He gets some shots up, but they do not go in. The post game would help that a lot, and like overall raise his advanced stats. That would like give him like some type of competitiveness against
Yeah.
Jokic and Shai, who are advanced as gods.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Okay, my next agenda. You guys are talking about. Actually, no, you hated it already, so never mind. I guess I'm also talking about a relevant team. I'm not hating though, but I'm talking about another relevant team like the Kings. I am buying stock in the Utah Jazz offense, specifically for the reasons I've talked about since draft night. I love Ace Bailey playing next to Larry Markkinen, specifically playing for Will Hardy. As soon as the draft happened, I said, "Oh, Ace Bailey, this kind of maligned prospect who people say like wants to be this ball in his hands bucket getter, needs to go to the right situation to get the most out of him and his huge frame and kind of mitigate the downside of his like potentially bad habits." Right? To me, immediately, as soon as I saw the Jazz pick him, I said, that is the perfect place to go. Will Hardy made Larry Markkinen a star by taking the ball out of his hands in some ways and utilizing him as an off-ball weapon, gigantic wing defender who can be a lethal scorer without the ball in his hands and do stuff with the ball in his hands in a motion offense. I think having two of those guys now in Ace Bailey, who's damn near the same size as Larry, is going to be lethal. Bryce Sensabaugh doesn't know how to miss a shot. They got to stretch five. They have some good playmaking prospects. This, to me, will be a top 20 offense in the league. That's my agenda.
Okay.
That's really good considering like outside of Lowry and Ace Bailey, they don't have any other like solidified offensive players. Isaiah Collier, great offensive player, but he's not necessarily like near his, he has cogs in his game.
Yeah.
So I can envision that happening.
Yeah. I just think Lowry plus Ace Bailey will be incredibly hard to deal with, will be versatile, will be able to exist while making those other young prospects still get their games off. Kyle Filipowski can play off of them. Collier can play off of them. If Keontae George has a leap in him, he can do it. Walter Clayton can play off of them. That's just such a good offensive nucleus to fit everything they have there. I think this will be the year they look competent after last year, which was an utter disaster.
Yeah, it makes sense. And I'm glad that you said that because one of my agendas was that Ace Bailey is going to be one of my guys. And I think like I officially all I wrote down was Ace Bailey is a all caps hooper. Right? Like,
and I've seen a lot of discourse with him having a good preseason. Someone's asked me if I'm Mormon. The first time I ever said something good about the Jazz.
Okay. That's funny.
But obviously there's a lot of convo with him having a good preseason and people being like, how did he fall so far in the draft? The nerds overthought it. He went 5. There was 2 players went above him. That was a conversation. So he didn't exactly fall very far. And I do think everything that the critics said about him isn't necessarily proven wrong by him doing well with the Jazz. Because at least through the preseason, he's been killing it as a cutter, killing it running off the screens, shooting well off ball, like doing all the stuff that people said he would have to do to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're going to hear a lot of like, I told you guys he's good, you guys are stupid. But really, I think he's just like playing the way he needs to play and the way everybody said he should play.
Also, a part of that conversation too that feels like everyone, including the nerds as well, like gave people more fuel to just be more down on Ace Bailey rather than up is how the situation happened when it comes to his agent and telling teams to just go ahead and fuck off, piss off.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good taste in your mouth necessarily when you are a rookie coming into the league. But overall, I agree with you. I think this is the perfect place for him to hide all of the warts in his game and to just like highlight all the elite things that he does on the court. And this is just like surface level. This is like the worst version of him that we're going to see. So I'm excited. This is the perfect place for him.
Okay.
perfect.
What is your next agenda, Donovan?
We are gonna go with the fact that I think that that Modest Buzelis is gonna win Most Improved Player.
Okay, I also wrote Modest Buzelis is a star. That's one of my agendas. We've been on it since rookie year.
Yeah.
He is a star.
I also said Modest Buzelis is on the scene.
The Modest Buzelis breakout will be here. We did our episode of the Breakout Stars 2 weeks ago, and we put him on there, right, for jumping to elite role player.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, man, listen. As the weeks go on, I'm like, we should just sit on it. That's an all-star. Maybe year 2. Maybe we're going to see all-star level jump this year. I am all aboard the train.
Yeah. The All-Star leap is just like, it's a crazy jump. So that's why I was like, maybe not.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But elite role player, definitely. Most improved, definitely. And I think that as the season went on, every 10 games or so, you were seeing something from Modest that was like, oh, he's going to be so good at that next year. Oh, this is actually, happening. And so I'm all in. And from the moment he looked us in the face and said that Carmelo was a 5-level squad, I said, "Listen, you're my guy." Right. So at every turn, I have to come out and I have to say that Modest Buzelis is going to be great. And I think that like the numbers and the highlights are they just back it up. And every time, like, he already looks much bigger this year than he did last year. The dog factor off the charts.
You can just tell by the way some guys move.
Yeah.
With that size and that burst, and he has a good handle, and it's a very like downhill, efficient handle. Like that's such a good floor to be a good player, and we saw that as a rookie. It makes all the sense in the world to continue to build off of that, especially with how well he shot from three, which was obviously the question there. He shot incredibly well as a catch and shoot guy in the corners last year.
Yeah.
I have no reason. I really don't have any like hole to poke to say like it won't happen this year. Like I feel like he's not flawless, but there's not really an argument against him as being at least a good player.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Going back to what you said when it comes to shooting, which is like the biggest question mark as a prospect for him coming out of not college, but I guess the G League Ignite. Damn you, G League Ignite, and what you did to all these fucking prospects coming out of there. He is like the one coming out of that. And going back to what we said, like he was a great elite shooter when he was in high school. Terrible year when it comes to the G League Ignite. They don't exist no more for a fucking reason. I think he's gonna prove to be like the number one guy on a lot of team scouting report, and he's gonna just like damn near bring Chicago basketball back. Genuinely.
Yeah.
No, like literally, he
Makes
could
sense.
be that type of lifeline for them if it works.
I think like also like to win most improved, like you gotta have some numbers behind it. With how fast that the Bulls play and how wide open that they play, the opportunity is going to be there for him to get easy buckets, for him to get all to have that very specific points per game leap that you need to be considered in most improved. So
Who won it last year? Was it Cade or?
I think it was it Cade?
I'm not forgetting who almost improved last year.
It wasn't Dyson Daniels. He was like
Did
number
Cade end up
2.
winning? I think Cade won it.
Then it might have been. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so like that's gonna be the stuff that you need, and so I think that he definitely will make that leap. So I'm with it.
Okay. Shout out to I missed two donations. My bad. Shout out to C Nosh for donating $5. He said, "Loving the pod. Y'all made me learn to love basketball." Also, shout out House Call. Appreciate you, C Nosh. And shout out Milan for tipping $1. He said, "I will be buying stock in the Wizards, Hawks, Spurs, and the Cavs." Okay.
I love that because that leads me up to my next point. My agenda that I'll be pushing, stamping this year, the Atlanta Hawks will be a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference this year. Now, Isaac, you go ahead and did say you don't treat the preseason as your Bible. Fuck that. Go to hell. I do once again. Has it let me down before? Of course. Have I let Trae Young playing off ball let me down? Hell yeah. But I saw him do it again. I'm going to fall for it again as well. Seeing the way that we've been able to use someone like Kristaps Porzingis, seeing Jalen Johnson bring up the ball, and seeing all this pressure just be released off of Trae Young's shoulders because we actually have players who can do stuff with the ball in their hands. Dyson Daniels, I'm not saying he's like taking another leap, but based off of what we've seen during preseason, he looks like he genuinely improved his ball handling, which has always been like a catalyst for his game. Seeing all these things come together, stretch 5 this, stretch 5 that. Jalen Johnson is just continuously ascending, and the ceiling just feels like it's never ending. This is a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break the news. I'm sorry to be the first guy to break the news to you, but it is happening. Stamp it. Book it. Put your money on it. Put your rent money on it, bro. Put your kids' college tuition fund into this money. And I'll be here to thank you.
You're going to be homeless and stupid.
No, I mean, that is a ceiling, right? I don't think that's crazy. Number 3, I mean, that's obviously ambitious as fuck.
Hell
But
yeah.
outside of the Cavs and the Knicks, which I think are clearly going to be 1 and 2, barring good health, I guess they have as good of an argument as anybody.
You do, because the other 2 teams kind of in that range that you would say like have a legitimate chance to be the 3 seed would be Orlando and Detroit. And for Orlando, we've talked about it plenty of times. Can your offense actually be functional? Can you be an above average NBA offense? We'll see. And can your people stay healthy? And can your top 2 players play their best at the same time? We'll see all that. And then for Detroit, I know it's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And then for Detroit, it's also the thing of how good is Jaden Ivey going to be this year? Can your offense also, survive in those non-Cade minutes? Is the defense going to be enough? Are people taking leaps? Like everybody has questions. So I understand why you feel the way that you do. As soon as the season ended, I was thinking like, yeah, the Hawks they're gonna be in the conference finals next year. And that was one of those, just random thoughts. I'm not sure if I 100% believe that now, but if they did get there
to the conference finals?
Yeah. If they did get there right now, I don't think I would be completely shocked if that happened.
I feel better about 3 seed than conference finals.
Yeah.
Both are possible, but I think regular season they're set up well, assuming KP stays healthy, which is always a big assumption. Assuming that he plays
Yeah.
60 games, which is like the high end, right? We don't really expect him to play 70 to 80, but 60 games, I think I could see a 3 seed in your guys' future.
Yeah, if we end up being the 7th or 60, that should be a disappointment. Like something went wrong. Some player.
You should be top 5.
Yeah, we should certainly be top 5.
But
5 seems like whatever.
Given Jalen Johnson's health history, given KP's health history, there is a world where they're 7th. Like they could have a real injury issue there. So I don't think they're like stamped. You're going to be 3 in the same way that like the Knicks are stamped 2 or the Cavs are stamped 1 or vice versa. But I do think that's the range. It's like 3 to 7. I don't see them like falling into like outside of top of the play-in race.
Yeah, they should not be in those conversations at all.
I wonder if the Trae Young off-ball stuff is going to be real.
We say it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe it or not. But even if they are just still Trae Young centric in the same exact way they always have been, they can still be really good. Like they have all the pieces needed to play that way and have it actually work.
I will say, the last 2 years, something that would piss me the fuck off would always seeing Trae Young when they're taking the ball out to go up the court for their possession. He's always like ball, like always, every single time. Like when Jalen Johnson's trying to like get it cooking and trying to like operate offense, initiate on his own for a second, Trae's like, here, bro, always. And over the last few years, it's gotten less and less. I've seen less and less of that. But in the last preseason game, or these last two preseason games that we've seen, like he hasn't been doing that at all. And it's almost been like a 50-50 split when it comes to how often he brings the ball up. Now, he still ends up touching it, of course, because he's like our best player at the end of the day. But seeing how creative Quinn Snyder has been and how willing Trae Young has been when it comes to diversifying the offense has been just a huge sign for us, genuinely. Okay. So it might be real.
Chad, what seed do you guys think the Hawks are going to get? Let me see y'all's prediction while we move on to the next topic.
Somebody said Hawks 17 seed run.
Get the fuck out of here,
bro. Okay. My next one, I don't know if this is hate or not, or if this is just like reality.
I'll be the judge.
Okay. My agenda for this year.
He's a bad judge.
He is a bad judge. It's going to be prone to hate. Maybe it is, though. I guess it is. Force Anthony Davis to play center. That's my agenda. That Anthony Davis needs to play center. Quit with the identity crisis. Quit with this I'm a power forward nonsense. Quit with the power forward nonsense when you come into a team's training camp 15 pounds heavier than you ever have been and said, I'm going to play myself into shape. It's what I always do. No, it's not. We have the measurements. You've never done this before to this extent.
He said, get on the block, Tubby.
You are a center. Cooper Flagg is the team's franchise player. He is best equipped to be a power forward. You are amazingly equipped to play next to him as a center. I understand your desires to stay healthy by playing less 5 and yada, 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 how you envision yourself. I really don't give a damn. This man needs to be a center. He needs to get a reality check. He needs to stop being appeased. This team traded for him, and they said, you're our guy. We made you the present over Luca Dončić. We believe in you, and we're going to do everything you want to feel comfortable and get the most out of you. That is some coddling bullshit. Tell him to go defend Nikola Jokic. He needs to play center. He needs to defend other centers, be a drop coverage defender, space the 4 from the 5, not stand in the corner from the 4. It's all nonsense to me that he should be a full-time 4 or even like majority of his minutes 4.
That is not hate.
Okay.
I don't think that's hate. I think that is something that he's also acknowledged that like it helps whenever he plays the 5. Like this is not something that everybody's trying to convince Anthony Davis is a good idea. I think he understands and acknowledges that it's good. His argument is just that
I don't like it.
I don't like it. And it's just very taxing on the body.
Crazy to me that any of these teams give a fuck. If he's like, yeah, I'm probably best of the 5, but like, I don't fuck with it. Like, that's so fucking silly. It's so silly that it's a real thing.
I don't fuck with it.
The fact that it's been entertained. Like, I guess there's probably a health element. He does get banged up a lot playing the 5. He's a very aggressive defender. So, sure, he probably gets hurt less. It's not like he's going to get off scot-free at the 4. I don't know if is it really data that he gets hurt less at the 4. I feel like that is like pretty minimal outside of like, I think it's probably more like stamina and like the battering and the bruising is like tiring when you have to do a lot of offensive output. I don't think I buy that he's going to get hurt substantially less playing the 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to view that just yet. If that is the case, then sure. Like I'd rather have AD out there than him out there for 50 or 45 games, maximize fully. My most important thing as to why I back that up is because I watched their preseason game in detail. Cooper Flagg was so good already. Mm-hmm. Like his game is coming in as a college prospect as with how complete his game is, it's so fucking rare. Like the shot looks there, the playmaking looks there, his ability to attack and run, fill in the lanes and transitions, all fucking. He's a demon when it comes to all of those things. But what makes my eyes hurt so much is seeing him go ahead and like drive to the paint, and the defender just sitting there waiting for him because Anthony Davis is occupying certain lanes and certain zones of the fucking court. That makes his life harder as a scorer, and you're expecting him to, of course, like he can like do the mid-range stuff, he can like do floaters and all that cool stuff, but you want him to be stress-free as possible as a rookie because you guys have a legitimate chance to I'm not gonna say make a run in the playoffs, but you guys can like solidify yourselves as a real life steady team while also like ingratiating good, healthy habits for some like Cooper Flag.
I think they can make a run in the playoffs. I think that's super possible. This is a great roster. And I think this roster could only be truly great with AD at the 5. Because like, they can be good with AD at the 4. I'm not saying they should do no minutes with him in the center. They have to. They have 2 good centers. They will do sometimes that. My argument isn't like he should never, ever play the 4. There's value to doing these jumbo lineups. We saw it with the Rockets last year. You can get some very, very good minutes out of that. But you can get some damn good minutes with PJ Washington at 3, Cooper Flag at the 4, AD at the 5.
PJ Washington's there, man.
You're still big as shit.
He's ruining everyone's lives doing that.
You have so many big defenders. You can go quote unquote small with AD at the 5 and still be a goddamn massive team. Like they're not exactly sacrificing size and defense. It's just a clear to me better two-way team. Like to me, it's a no-brainer.
It's always been a no-brainer. And,
Correct.
and in the most recent interview where AD was talking about it, he was saying, well, you know, when I was in LA and we won the title, JaVale was there, Dwight was there.
Yeah.
You also had the best shooting that you've ever had in your life, and like that's also not there. So we can be real about what happened in the bubble and why you guys won that championship. And
you know what else we had?
Still be there.
What's you know what else we had? We had the greatest player to ever play the game at his peak still.
One of the last years of his peak. Yeah.
Exactly. So much is different from your current situation than what the 2020 Lakers were. And if you were in New Orleans and they were like, hey, you should play 5 sometimes. And then he was like, yeah, okay, I guess. And then you go to LA and they're like, you should play 5 sometimes. And then you get here and they're like, Have you tried the 5 before? It's kind of cool.
Whoa, now.
Like, dude, come on. Like, just lock in. Because for all, like, the fact that D'Lo's there, really, it's crazy to think about it. But it really does move me for the regular season and for this first part of the year whenever Kyrie's out. Because last year, like, especially after Kyrie got hurt, you would just you would watch any game and you're like, who's playing point guard for them? Like, what's going on? And the fact that you have all of this time for them to actually gel and you can potentially have a playoff lineup of Kyrie, Flag, AD, and then fill in the pieces wherever. Not to say that I condone it, but like, if you told me that like this was the finished product, I can squint and take 2 shots of liquor and be like, and be like, okay, like I can understand what Nico Harrison was cooking. You know?
Yeah, it could work still. Like I said, it's not like they should never do it. I just don't see how you can defend Cooper Flag and AD as a 4 or 5 combo. Especially if you get Kyrie coming back full health.
Forget about how do you defend them. How do you scoring on them?
That too. Like PJ Washington needs to be out there, I think. Yeah. But again, offensively, like that should be filthy with the floor stretching of Cooper Flag at the 4 and the passing he has now. Like his feel for the game is already clearly amazing. That sounds like, and with the spacing of Clay and Kyrie, like that should be unguardable.
Yeah, you're genuinely fucking with the ceiling of your team when you do that. Like it's so irritating. Now, of course, like Kyrie has to come back and be himself, which I feel like I have no reason to not believe he won't be able to do that. But overall, it's like a whatever thing. I think regardless, they're going to be okay. I think not last night, but when I was watching the preseason games over the past week, they did run lineups where AD is exclusively the 5. But I kind of would like to see that ratio like kind of regress back to the mean in terms of what we're like used to seeing.
Exactly. It's all about the ratio. Like they're going to do both no matter what. They're going to be versatile. That's the whole point of having this many good players with this many different size combinations. It's just like, let's make sure that the minutes that matter, we have the best players out there and not the best players that like appease Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I agree.
Donovan, what is your next agenda for this season?
My next agenda is that Anfernee Simons. Listen, that clip moved me. His preseason has moved me.
Okay.
And he had a game most recently where he scored 21. He had 6 threes. The jump shot looked exactly like Dame. It was it was
Guess what? We got a dummy in our hands.
we got a mark. This is exactly what Brad Stevens wants. Brad Stevens wants Danny Ainge to think the same thing he's thinking.
Yeah.
And that is exactly why I do think that the Celtics, and so I guess I'm buying stock in Brad Stevens' ability to sell high. Because I think that Simons is going to come out and I think that he's going to play well.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of whether or not, like, we can get into the conversation of Simons a winning player. I think we all know that he's not like a franchise player. You're not going to build your franchise around him. He can go to other teams and still be very, very productive. And so I do think that he's going to start the season very well. I think that regardless of how the Celtics try to run their offense, and even if they are a little bit less three heavy than they have been in the last couple of years, Simons is going to get them up. He's going to give them that ability to have off the dribble 3-point shooting. And I buy that the shots are going to go in and that they're going to be able to.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And that they're going to be able to flip him, get some assets, and be able to make this second run whenever Tatum gets back.
What if he's just like good now when after facing many death threats from Joe Mazzulla about like, lock in on defense, learn from Derek White. He's just like good now. That's a pretty good win. Now they still have issues when it comes to their.
If Simons becomes like a legitimate plus defender just because Mazzulla is like, listen, it's either now or never. You either die or like, or don't. Or,
you either blitz the ball handler or die.
Exactly. Yeah, blitz the ball handler, blitz you with his fucking brick in the locker room. You choose, dummy.
Exactly. Like if what you're saying is true and that actually works, and now he's just like a two-way demon. All right, cool. Then like we'll just keep you. Yeah. But like that's also I just doubt that that's gonna happen. That Simons is gonna average 22 and now also be like a really, really good defender. I don't think
he's so many years into his career now. He is who he is defensively, I think. But I agree with you. Like he's gonna have a good offensive, like production wise season. Yeah. He's gonna fit. Like that'll be the thing. Do we get a team to think like that's enough for us with the defensive concerns? I guess that's a question. Is like our team's gonna know, like they're gonna see like, oh, we're trying to sell high. We know what we're doing. Or do you think a team's gonna buy in on that and be like, well, we need to get to the finals? Anfernee Simons.
So okay, so obviously, we all believe in the offensive floor and ceiling. I'm kind of with you that I low-key, and maybe this is just me being foolish, but I low-key do think that he is gonna buy in a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Defensively.
Yeah.
And it is gonna look a little bit better than what we've seen because I do think that.
Do you think it's buying his issue? I think he sucks at it. I think he's just like isn't a physical defender and is like obviously there's always a level of buying you can do to be better. Like there's always some level of effort defensively. Yeah. I kind of feel like he's not a good defender. I don't know if I feel like he doesn't try. Like that they had a good defensive infrastructure last year. I don't feel like he wasn't trying per se.
And listen, maybe Mazzulla and the way that he coaches is just gonna right. It's just gonna fix it, and he'll tell him everything that he needs to know to become a fine like team defender or whatever. But I think that we might see the most complete version of Anfernee Simons this year, and I kind of am buying it into that, and I do like what he's going to be able to do because there might be like a little. Well, listen, I don't know how many people are doing wink deals at this point in time, but maybe there might be a wink of Simons knowing I'm not going to be here for the long term. Like I'm really here to audition for everybody else. There's an acknowledgement from Brad Stevens that everybody kind of understands what this year is. And so if Simons can go out here, put on his best performance, get to a spot where he actually can be a little bit more long term, I think that that's very plausible. So I really like Simons coming into this year.
Okay. I'm sure it'll be very good for fantasy basketball.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm sure that'll be helpful for people who happen to draft him in round 13 or whatever.
Hell yeah, he's a demon.
Chad, what is your guys' agendas you're buying into? Spam your agendas right now. We'll react to them as we go.
I got another negative one. Okay. Or my first negative one.
Okay.
Huge sigh because I don't like to hate too often.
Cap.
But I do think the ship has sailed on Scotty Barnes and the, top 17, top 20 player potential that we once thought he had. Like, if you go ahead and just do a temp check on a lot of Raptors fans and how they feel about him, obviously preseason is preseason. But before the pod, you did say he was on bullshit. I will say you said he's been on fucking bullshit.
What I said specifically is I don't try to overreact to preseason, but if I were to be someone who overreacts to preseason, Scotty Barnes is on bullshit right now. That's the last game I saw was gross as hell.
Yeah.
But it is just preseason. I don't react to preseason after last year when the Suns burned me.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. But
fuck preseason.
With that being said, I feel like if he doesn't show somewhat of a bounce back season when it comes to his shooting or when it comes to like his craftiness in between the mid-range game and attacking the paint or being like a demon on transition, then I just legitimately don't see a world in how he turns into this perennial all-star. You know, I just don't feel that.
Yeah, I'm top 17 player. Maybe I agree with that. I think top 30 player is still going to happen.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, I'm certainly leaning closer to 30 than I am 17.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then it puts the Toronto Raptors front office not in a tough position because, oh, boohoo, you got like a 24-year-old budding star, whatever. But at that point in time, it's like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah,
like
you shouldn't try to win a championship with the 30 best player in the world on your team. Like that's not exactly the guy.
Yeah, you went ahead and invested so much money on unproven talent like Emmanuel quickly. You gave Jakob Poeltl a ton of money. Brandon Ingram's here. You re-signed him as well. You have so much money on the books. RJ Barrett's there as well too. Who knows what's going to happen with hing? You just have like a bunch of middling players on your team, and is this really it? Is this what you're selling your fans on for the next like 5 years? It's tough.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Khalil Ware hype in the chat right now when they're spamming their hills are dying on.
Oh yeah.
Khalil Ware leap. Someone said he's a Wemby East. Like if we're
what the fuck?
If we're reacting to preseason, Khalil Ware is a
Good
superstar.
Yeah.
And we made it on our breakout players list. We said he can be on the elite role players, but we're making the first cut just because it's all theory and we don't really have a reason for it. We're just like, that guy should probably get better.
Yeah.
Hey, if preseason is real, that guy's gotten better. That's an elite role player.
Dude, hell yeah. I had them on my list. I said, not him necessarily, but he's a part of the reason why. Positives, an agenda to push for me. The Miami Heat resurgence is here right when you think they are dead. Dude, seeing Yakachonis and the level of playmaking he was able to put in day one.
He's mentioned Yakachonis so many times in the past.
It's once a week.
I don't love him. I don't love him at all.
He loves Samson Kasparis.
He's a solid player, and I think he's someone who will day one be able to alleviate some stresses of playmaking that they'll lose through Ty Hero not being there. And Khalil Ware, I have no way to gauge him. I don't know if he's Anthony Davis. I don't know if he's Christian Wood. Yeah. He just looks like a good player overall, and we're just trying to see like what level of player will he like.
He's also like the exact type of player that should dominate preseason. This big that shoots and is like gonna have a high motor, like going against backup players. Like that is the preseason superstar. That makes total sense to me. Yeah. But I also think it could be real. I don't think it's crazy if he has a leap.
Yeah, I don't know how to gauge it because you've seen players like this before, like Christian Wood, who like came up out of nowhere after being on the most random teams like the Bucks. He was on the fucking Houston Rockets, and then he really popped on the Pelicans a little bit too. I have no idea how to gauge him.
If Ware turned into Christian Wood, Heat fans
Miami Heat Christian Wood.
Stop.
That's a good.
I
player.
mean, even
Miami Heat Christian Wood.
Yeah, like can you imagine Christian Wood if he was on the Miami Heat and actually like locked in?
I don't think Khalil Ware is going to be like a low motor bullshit defender like Christian Wood was. So if he had that skill set with some like more competent effort on defense, that's a good player. I can see that.
Yeah.
Ben Dude, is that his name? Ben Dude 9463 said VJ Edgecombe is going to be Flag's main rival for Rookie of the Year. Main rival. So I get the real question is like, is VJ Edgecombe going to have the usage with Tyrese Maxey there, with Jeremy McCain there after the first couple weeks of the season?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
he could because Paul George. They're going to need someone to take care of some ball handling responsibilities. And
Paul George plays though. Like he had injuries last year, but I think he'll play. Whether or not he'll be good or not,
I don't know.
I mean, when you're outside, and I don't know.
I think
we all think he's good enough. It's just like a matter of like, is the usage going to be there as a rookie?
Yeah.
I think ultimately to match Flag's usage, obviously no, because I think Flag is walking in there and he's going to be one of the few people in that lineup that actually have the freedom to dribble the ball. Where you go to Philly, even if Paul George is out, you still have 40 games where you're playing with Joel Embiid and you're playing off him. You still have Tyrese Maxey. You still have Jeremy McCain, who was playing well last year. Like, there's just so many.
He's out now to start the season, so maybe he's cooking something.
Well, yeah. So you still have 40 games at least with McCain. So there's just so many people that you have to jump in the hierarchy. Now, maybe he does what Jeremy McCain did last year and he starts the season, he's just going crazy. And then all of a sudden, whenever McCain comes back, now we have to figure it out and he just has to play those minutes. But it's a tougher road for him to get there than anybody else. I was thinking that Ace Bailey obviously was going to be Flag's main rival.
Yeah, Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper.
Yeah, I think Dylan Harper might end up.
I have the same kind of thing with Harper where you just traded for Fox and you paid him. Like it's gonna be very, very hard to.
I think we
to
see
Harper be that in that realm of the other two.
I think we see Fox lean into playmaker, Harper lean into scorer as like the dynamic there, and Castle lean into 6-man. That's what I'm assuming happens at least.
I don't know.
I think De'Aaron Fox is going to try to prioritize helping Harper. Like,
yeah, that would be ideal. I don't know how likely it is that it happens.
Yeah, I mean, we're really just fighting for second place, assuming Cooper Flags is healthy. He's clearly going to win it. So it's really just who has the best chance to win number 2.
Yeah, I think Harper has the best chance to win number 2, but I know like Ace Bailey's going to get those numbers for sure.
Yeah,
but how meaningful would it be considering those eyes that Wemby will have alongside Harper? I don't know. I see someone in the chat said that Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero are going to be on all NBA teams this year.
That would be difficult. The Magic better be
tough.
a 1 or 2 seed. That would be tough to get both of them in a positionless All NBA world where it's top 15 players.
That's tough. 2 top 15 players.
And they both better stay healthy.
That doesn't happen often. Like you're legitimately one of the best duos in the league. I don't know, man.
No, yeah, you're gonna be like a top 2 or 3 duo in the league.
Damn, that's tough.
Also, we
impossible though. No.
Also, we talked about those other 2 being rookie of the year. Trae Johnson, 3rd in the odds for rookie of the year.
Hey, he's gonna get
feel about Trae? Feel anything positive about Trae Johnson?
Sure. Like I like Trae Johnson.
As a main rival going toe to toe with Cooper Flag?
No, like there's so many bodies there, and the offense will be bullshit for the most part. That won't be a good environment for a young shooter.
Yeah.
How do we feel about white on white with Flag versus
Knipple?
Yeah.
Hell no. I don't. Sorry, I love Khan, bro. He great player, but I think eventually to start out the year they
Sexton's gonna
should prioritize Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton should be starting.
He is starting right now. Yeah. So far in the preseason, he is starting.
There was a game where they like.
Oh, the alternating?
something else. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they won't. But yeah, I agree. I think Sexton will probably start the year.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
chance for Khan.
If Knipple's good though, he should start if he's like good enough. Like in terms of like organizing the offense that makes the most sense. Like, and obviously like long term development. It would be ideal if Sexton was pushed to 6-man because Knipple's that good.
I agree.
But is he that good? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have one more agenda before we keep going with the fan ones. This is one that I'm obligated to put on here, despite me actually having a rather lukewarm take on the situation. I just have to continue down the hill. DeAndre Ayton redemption.
Yeah. Shut up.
Go ahead.
My last agenda is DeAndre Ayton redemption season.
Okay.
To some degree. I'm not here to say it's like superstar or anything ridiculous, but like quality starting center on a good team that gives them the defense they need, gives them the rebounding they need, gives them the lob threat, dynamic score they need. Like whatever that looks like for $8 million, I think it'll be worth it.
I get to smack you.
So like I had to do it. Like I'm obviously gonna be the guy who continues to say DeAndre Ayton is a little bit underrated. I actually don't think he's gonna be like amazing or anything. I think he'll probably be like good enough for $8 million. That's a great deal for what they need. But yeah, I think he'll be not garbage like most people expect.
Answer this question.
Okay.
Next year, ESPN puts out their top 100. The Ringer puts out their top 100. Is DeAndre Ayton in the top 75 of the league?
Nas Reed was like 79 this year.
If he has a good season, yeah. If he plays like very solid defense.
Do you think it will happen?
Yeah, I think he'll be
top
I think
75.
69 or so. Like he'll be just around there, which is like where a lot of like good role players are that are like not huge needle movers, but you want them on your team. I can see that.
I think it could happen. I can't stand on it. Again, I don't stand on shit. If the PR around him is good, he's playing solid defense, that mid-range game is working, putting up like 14 to 16 a game, for sure ESPN is going to view him as a top 75 player.
Yeah. I just think it's very, very easy to be a good center playing next to Luca Dončić. It's even easier to be a good center playing next to Luca Dončić and LeBron James.
Yeah.
So like it's a incredibly softball scenario for him. And I implore you guys to not underrate the value and the motivating factor of a contract year. This man is making $8 million this year. That is a $25 million downgrade from the previous season. Do you think he wants to make $8 million next year?
Nah.
I guarantee you he doesn't want to make $8 million next year. He wants to get back to 30. He will be trying his ass off. He will be defending with more effort than you've seen from him since he was 19 years old by pure means of wanting a bag.
Yeah.
And that is so important. I don't think he'll be amazing next year. I don't think he'll be amazing the year after that. I don't know anything about that. But this year, I promise you, effort will not be the issue.
For the next 8 months.
Effort will not be the issue. I promise you.
Peak Ayton, bro.
Now, will it be an issue that he's a soft rim finisher that wants to finish with finesse, doesn't get to the free throw line, is iffy transition defense, effort, all this stuff, like the skill sets that won't be entirely fixed? Yes, there will be flaws in his game. I promise you he'll be trying hard because he wants money. I guarantee it.
Man,
Okay.
you sold me. You got it.
Don't ever underrate
You
the
sold me.
bag.
He wants money. That's the best way to.
That's all that
argue this.
matters for a player in a situation. And you know how unique it is to be in your physical prime, number one pick. That's not a bust per se, and you're making $8 million after making 30 year prior. Like, this is a rare situation where like you have more pressure in terms of like long term money making than anybody in the league, because he can either become a league minimum guy next year and be making like at best taxpayer mid level exception, or he can get back to a team wanting to give him 20 plus because he showed he's worth it still. Like, this is truly do or die for his wallet.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Shit.
Do
Maybe
or
he's
die.
like already satisfied.
It is like he will be making so little
No,
money
I
if he
know.
doesn't. It truly is do or die for his long term financial health. Nobody wants to talk about that. We
What
need
if
to
he's content? He's just like, yeah, I already. What if he's content? He's like, yeah, I made my first big contract, like he said during his like 2018 interview.
Mother-
What if he's just straight? And
You
he's
are
like
the same age as
coasting?
DeAndre Ayton. Do you feel content with the money you made so far, or do you want to make more?
I want to make more.
That's what I fucking thought.
But
Give me
I'm not
$100 million
Aiden, though.
and
Then
I'll
if I'm
tell
like
you.
Aiden, I'm chilling. Like
Here's
what
what,
do we-
the human psyche. You're gonna adapt real quickly. He's gonna make the $100 million and be like, "Oh, there's 300 more waiting for me. I gotta get that." You adapt real quick as a human being.
Give me $100 million and
See, we're
I'll
doing the
answer that
psyche
question.
to Aiden's
Yeah.
brain now as we speak.
He's the most psyche needed player in analysis ever. You need to analyze Aiden's psyche to have any type of conversation about him. that's like level 1 to DeAndre Ayton conversations. And then we can get into transition defense. Then we can get into free throw rates. But first, we're gonna understand that motherfucker's mental well being and where he's at in terms of efforts.
What's important to you right now?
And what if he
Aiden?
said, "No, I'm chill."
Well, then he's different. He's different. Listen, he's divorced himself from material beings, divorced himself from monetary gain. He's an anti-capitalist. Good for him.
I hope so. I hope for the best. Man.
Consider me dubious that he's not a back chaser.
I hope for the fucking best when it comes to Aiden. Jeez, man.
Someone said, when am I getting the dominating tattoo? Listen, if they win a finals,
Getting on your left cheek.
if DeAndre Ayton wins finals MVP, I will get some sort of tattoo. I won't have his face or anything.
No.
but-
If you guys win the finals, you get an Aiden tattoo.
No, because I mean, he could just be along for the ride. If he's
No, if you guys
okay,
win the finals, that means he's the point. Like,
okay, I can't say
genuinely
finals
one of
MVP. That's unfair.
them. Yeah.
What do I have? What's a good line here?
If he wins if you guys go to the finals,
No, if they just make the finals, I'm not gonna get a goddamn DeAndre Ayton tattoo.
fuck. Okay, win the finals.
But he has to have like a meaningful part of this, otherwise it's not worth it.
They're not winning the finals if he's not good. Is the thing.
he,
like,
If they make the finals and he averages at least 12 and 10, I will get some sort of DeAndre Ayton tattoo.
Ooh, let's stamp this. What a way to
Some
be
sort.
back.
It won't be his face. I'm not an idiot. I'll get something small that's like a
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
If they win the finals and he averages 12 and 10, I'll get some
That'll
sort
be
of
the
DeAndre
I
Ayton
need
stupidest
tattoo.
you
fucking tattoo.
right here on the side of your hand to have dominate
In cursive?
Yeah. Have dominating right there.
I gotta figure out what that would look like. Yeah, he has to. Have, I
That'd be
don't even know
so
12 and 10 is the right number. Like, what should I put it on?
Not 12 and 10.
No,
Okay.
12 is cool.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're not gonna win the finals. But like, if that happens, then he's like
Yo, he's
serious part.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a
Shit,
better
I
way to
might
phrase
get one
it.
too. You got my gun. Another MVP, bro. What? Or another championship?
You
What?
see when somebody say get a dominating throat tattoo?
Dominating throat.
What was it 15, 8, 1? Maybe it should be 15 and 10.
No, 12 and 10,
12 and 10 is already
Okay.
set.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's not a very high bar. I can't think. I want it to be a high bar. Like,
If he wins,
I mean,
winning the finals is the highest
is the
bar.
highest
sure,
bar.
but we have Luca Dončić on my team and LeBron
You're not
James.
winning the finals.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, this is about the Lakers. This is about DeAndre Ayton. So I feel like this should have more of a DeAndre Ayton stake to it.
Yeah, sorry, man. 12 and 10 is already written.
I mean, it's written. I didn't peek swear anybody.
12 and 10 in the finals or 12 and 10 for the whole playoff series?
See, that's a good thing too. Okay. What matters more, his long-term averages or his playoff?
Because I think long term, because he helps you get there in general. So he's like a pivotal.
15 and 10 for the whole playoffs, not the regular season, because we can give him time.
We'll go 16.
16 and 10?
Yeah.
Okay, 16 and 10 for the playoffs, and they win the title. I'll get a dominating tattoo of some sort.
Okay, that's so funny.
16 and 10 for the playoffs. That's a good line.
Okay, I like that. That's
Yeah,
fair.
12 and 10 is too easy. We can't make it too easy on him.
Okay.
You can just with Luca, you can fucking be trashing it. Jackson Hayes could average 12 and 10
What did
next
he-
to Luca.
Wait, let me see what he averaged in the
I
run to
promise
the
you, average
finals.
like we should have stuck to 12 and 10, man. God damn it. I know he didn't. I don't think
I can't make you stick to anything. That's the problem. You better take what you can get for this bullshit.
All right, that year that they went to the finals, he averaged 15.8 points and 11.8 rebounds.
Okay, so we'll add 1 point, take away 1 rebound.
Yeah.
16 and 10 for the playoffs, and they win a championship. I will get a DeAndre Ayton tattoo.
Okay.
I'll get DA on my body somewhere.
DA.
I get it on my finger.
What DA stand for?
I'll get it right here. I'll do a salute with DA on my finger.
Oh my God. What does DA stand for?
That was a bald Donovan and Isaac tattoo. Oh yeah, what did we bet baldness for? It's the Lakers win the title, wasn't it?
No,
it was the Chargers.
It was the Chargers.
Oh, and the Chargers win the
Chargers
Super
win the
Bowl.
Super
We shave his
Bowl.
head.
Yeah.
We got a lot riding on my teams.
Hey man, things are looking up.
Yeah,
right
that's not
now.
happening. That's not.
Dude, that'll be so.
Could you imagine if both happened in 1 year?
Yeah.
I saw both my teams win. I get a tattoo that he has a bald head.
Dude, you're so up. Fuck the tattoo. You're up. Oh my God, this is the year of your life. This is your golden
For
year.
those who don't know, if you haven't been tapped in to House Call, if the Chargers win the Super Bowl, Donovan has to shave his head, and we do it on camera. I get to shave his head. If the Chargers win the Super Bowl after having their entire offensive line decimated and so many other injuries, if they somehow make their way to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, he will be bald on camera.
Oh my
This
God.
is not gonna happen.
I need
It's not
it.
gonna happen.
I need it so bad, man.
Okay, that's all the agendas I have for this year. I had 5. You guys have any more before we get to the final segment?
I am good.
I got some more that I can say for the. Well, I got some that I'll say for the thing. Quick one that I had. Both Thompson twins make first team all defense.
First team? That would be tough.
First team is insane.
That'd be
I
cool,
like
though.
it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Very doable.
Okay. Last thing I want to do today before we end the stream. Let's talk about expectations for current NBA players.
Okay.
I have a hat right here with an assortment of NBA faces in it. I'm going to draw one and I'm going to show it to you. And you guys tell me one thing you want to see from this player this season.
Let's do it.
So, whatever that means to you, if they're at random, I got like 20 players in here. First off, Victor Wembanyama. What do you guys want to see from Wemby this year? Chat, you guys let me know too.
I want to see all NBA Wemby. All NBA first team Wemby.
I was going to say, all NBA is too low of a bar. We can get there
Yeah.
easily.
All NBA first team Wemby. I believe it's positionless this year,
Mhm.
or it's been positionless over the last year or whatever.
A couple years, yeah.
He needs to cement his spot as one of the 5 best players in the entire world. If you're like genuinely on GOAT trajectory, it should start now. Sorry, it's not fair, but bro, like with the type of expectations, with the type of dominance he's already shown in preseason already, you look like one of the 5 best players in the world. Prove it to me.
Yes, I think, and also, actually, it's not unfair. It is completely fair.
It's 100% fair.
It's 100% fair, and like everybody has all of their rankings and preseason rankings that we've been pushing out, all that stuff. Theory can only take you so far.
Facts.
I need to see the product. I need to see you average 25, 12, and 5 with 3 blocks. Like you need to have one of those Giannis type of stat lines.
Correct.
And we need to have an actual season from front to back of you being the guy that everybody has thought you were going to be for the last 4 years, right?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like we're in year 3, but it's time.
Yeah, I want to see clear DPOY and averaging so many points on such efficiency that you have to be in MVP combos. Blitz your way into MVP combos by pure two-way force.
Yeah.
Facts. Also, you can't put a bad rap on the Monks because you were out there hanging with them
Yeah.
for a month, and you can't make it seem like the Monks messed up your game.
Dude, if he wins goes to make all NBA first team,
You're
that would
Buddhist?
mean that God, no, other way around. That would mean that Wemby's on the team. I'm assuming Giannis is gonna be there. Jokic, he's always gonna be there. Shai's gonna be there, and Luca probably will be there. Where are the Americans at? Where are the Americans at? What's wrong with our country?
Let me see you get a triple-double with blocks in this season 2.
Come on,
That's
now.
actually like pretty reasonable, I think.
I think he could do it.
I think he can. The only reason why I wouldn't is just because everyone does the turnaround whenever they see him.
Yeah.
So like he has to get a lot of blocks on the perimeter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up. Luca Dončić.
Show me that your weight loss was not just for the magazine, right? Show me that everything that everybody has talked about since you got traded, he's going to get skinny. He's going to be motivated. He's going to prove Nico Harrison and the Mavs wrong. I need to see Luca set fire to everything that walks in his path this year.
Fuck that. Give me back to the finals. Let me see my Lakers be in the finals.
He's so greedy.
Give me 60 wins in a finals appearance.
He needs something, man.
Give me a championship. How about that? Let me see that.
He needs to feel something, man. Me personally, I genuinely believe that Luka Doncic would, and probably will prove that he is one of the 5 greatest point guards of all time. And if you're going to go ahead and do that, you need to etch your way into NBA history this year. You already let Shai win MVP. He won finals MVP. He won regular season MVP. His team won the championship. The whole 9, he did what every single guard dreams, hopes to do in a singular year. Everyone thought coming into after your first year in the league that you were the one. You proved to be the chosen one. I need you to like genuinely stamp that.
Top 5 is crazy, but listen,
that's the agenda you should have said.
True, fuck it. Let's make sure you were the GOAT. How about that?
Yeah, I need to see it. He's done all these 70. He scored what, 73 points or was it 77?
Oh, I know you remember the number. You remember the number just fine.
No, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to see.
Prove you are a legend. Tangible. Get an MVP or get a championship. Finally stamp it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Next one. Zion Williamson. We get all the heavy hitters right away. No pun intended.
What do I want to see you do?
65 games. That's all I give a fuck about.
Just play?
Yeah, well, prove you're skinny and prove you can maintain that for the entire season. You've come into the year in shape before. Do it for the whole year. Don't let the traveling get to you and get you back into bad habits, traveling, getting all the best food in every city, and stay healthy because of it. No, that's what happens. That's what happens. It's hard to stay fit while you're traveling.
I know.
The best food in every city.
It's tough.
Like he's Keith Lee, just traveling places.
That's literally what happens. It's very tough. But yeah, like play the whole season and be the best version of yourself. That's all that matters.
Don't be Keith Lee, please.
Do not be Keith Lee. Keep the mukbangs to a minimum. We don't want to hear your opinion on the barbecue in Texas. We want to hear what's good with the keto diet. That's what we want to hear.
That's funny as hell.
Next one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How does he follow up his legendary season?
Man. Listen, just prove to me that you're not a liar.
Okay.
And do it again. Because you told me my whole life is consistent. From the way I eat to what I sleep to how I train. We're at a point in Shai's career where you've already done the hard part. Everybody always chases like the ring and having a good playoff run. They really had 1 year of them being the number 1 seed and having playoff droughts. And then they just went and, won the title, could have won 70 games. Like they had the Thunder had one of the best single season years of all time. And so now, how do you follow it up? So I guess the thing that I want to see is, I don't want to see because obviously I want the Knicks to do it. But go back to back, right? This new era of the NBA, nobody goes back to back. You shut everybody up if you go back to back and you end the streak.
My comments are going crazy. They all hate Shai. Next one,
dude.
Devin Booker. What do you guys want to see from the lonely man in Arizona?
Damn.
I want to see a smile.
I want to see you have a good time this year.
Yeah. I want
to see the light in your eye. How about that?
It's gonna be tough. You're gonna lose games. The team is not gonna be good. But I just want to see that twinkle in your eye that I saw 5 years ago whenever you were getting buckets. That's all I want.
I want to see him freed, man. I want to see him demand a trade.
We're gonna march in Phoenix.
Shit, I will be with you when it comes to that as well.
It's like in Selma.
Everyone's running behind you with that LeBron picture in that commercial. Everyone's running behind him.
Oh, fuck, that's so old. I remember that.
All right, next up, LeBron James. What do you want to see from the oldest player in the league?
I want to see you on the court.
Fair enough.
I want to see you be the best second option in the goddamn league. I want to see you march in the playoffs, throttle every single team that comes your way, but really be on the court. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
I want to see you average 25 again. I just want to see how many years you can do it for. I think it would be cool if he never drops below 25 for the whole career.
I think his career average right now.
Oh, he didn't do 25 last year. My bad.
Did he?
No, he didn't. I think it was 24.2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But stay high up there. Stay in that range. Let me not see you ever go below 23 or whatever the number is.
Yeah, I need to see, honestly, the greatest season that we've seen from LeBron, like to date.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
It means that we're getting the best memes, the funniest moments. There's only so many more years that we have with LeBron, and obviously he has all his basketball accomplishments. His contribution to the meme game, to just being funny. I need as many LeBron memes as possible.
I figured it out. I want to see Bronny throw him a lob. We need that one time before he retires. I don't care if it's in the preseason. Actually, he won't play in the preseason. I don't care if it's in the most meaningless garbage time game. I need to see a clip of Bronny tossing it up and LeBron finishing it.
that happens,
You better go on ChatGPT right now.
yo, if that happens, man, I am putting that picture,
I better
that
hit
poster
Sora.
behind this wall, bro. And I don't give a fuck what no one says. Leave me alone.
It could be a layup lob. I don't care. It just needs something.
I
give
need
me
it.
something.
In warm-ups.
That'll be enough.
Nah.
I'll live.
Nah, not warm-ups, not warm-ups.
It could be in the All-Star Skills Challenge. Ooh, they should do the Skills Challenge together. That'd be fun.
Ooh, that would be fun as
I
hell.
feel like he probably doesn't want to do that kind of like bastardization of the Sun thing, though. He probably doesn't want to like
Yeah.
do anything that's like too cute like that. Just because like, the context around Bronny, everyone talks about him. They
Yeah.
probably don't want to put him on that stage. Would it be cool?
Yeah, I guess.
You think they would?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so.
Hell yeah.
I think they're pretty conscious of like Bronny's whole like image and how people treat him.
Maybe someone like Bronny wouldn't want to
If
do
it's the
that, but
skills
LeBron would try
challenge,
to. Bronny, I don't know if Bronny would want to do
Bronny
that.
can't be in the Skills Challenge before he's in a rotation. I think they know that.
Thanasis was in the skill challenge, and also Alex was
Thanasis
there
has
too.
way less criticism on his shoulders than LeBron James Jr.
Alex, he was in the skill challenge too.
Fuck the Antetokounmpos. They're completely different. Next name, Bradley Beal. What do you want to see from the new Clipper?
Ty Lue apparently told me that you were like a great defender back in the day. I found that to never be true, but prove it to me.
Yes.
Yeah, low key. Yeah, pull the
Yeah,
shorts up,
man.
slide the
Like,
ground.
I think I know he can get
Sit
buckets.
down in your stance.
Yeah.
I know that like you're genuinely a good NBA player. So like people act like you're the worst thing to ever step on the planet of Earth. You're not fucking that. Like you can walk into easy 15, 16 points a game. Show me that, but also play defense.
Yeah, I think what I want to see, there's obviously like the infamous clip of him yelling at his AAU squad and being like,
Yeah.
everybody can't be a scorer. You got to have a role, this and that.
Oh yeah.
All right, like you
Shit.
might, on a night-to-night basis, you might not be the scorer.
Yeah.
You might have to do something else, Bradley Beal. So I want to be able to see on any given night, especially if Kawhi's there, can you do the other things that the Clippers need you to do?
Okay.
Cool.
Next up, Anthony Edwards.
I want to see you win MVP.
Oh,
I want to see you start your prime officially, peak Anthony Edwards. I want to see you win MVP. I want to see you drag your team again for the third time to the Western Conference Finals.
And not losing 5 games.
Exactly. Can you lose in 6?
can you go out respectably?
Yeah.
How about that? Even though he has. But okay. Next one, Joel Embiid. What do you want to see from the ailing MVP?
What's the number? 55?
55.
Can we get 55 games?
If it's 57, 58, this is a very successful season. So happy with what compared to like what has
We'll
happened
set
in
the
the past.
bar at 53 because I think anything closer to 60 is too high. Right over 50 games, we'll get 53 and a half, and you'll probably consider that a successful season
Hell yeah.
for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that means that the Sixers are at least like a top 5 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Major success.
Yeah, 53 and a half is where I'll put the line at.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see him have a good time.
You just want to see him
I
smile.
just want to see him happy.
Yes.
Next name, Kyle Kuzma. What do you want to see from Giannis's co-star?
What have you worked on in the offseason? What do you do during the offseason? Show me what you
He
show
got some
me
new
your
piercings, some new tattoos. That his hair looks like he lost some weight.
Matt Chill.
Basketball. Let's show me what you're working with,
You're
man.
asking
Please.
for too much. You're asking for too much. I gave you the answer.
Please.
It's not my fault. You don't like it.
Be a third option. Please, I'm begging you. Or at least a second option.
Someone said, "Get out of my face." Someone said, "I can't say on YouTube." All right, next one. What do you want to see from Austin Reaves playing next to Luca Dončić?
What do I
Austin
want to see
Reaves.
from Austin Reeves?
Yeah,
Shit.
what's success for Austin Reaves this year?
I haven't really thought about
20
it.
and he already did this last year. I think he averaged 20 last year.
I just want for Austin Reeves, I want you to have as good of a performance as you can have that sets you up to get the bag that you deserve.
Yeah.
That's really it.
I want to see all our homies get paid.
Yeah.
Austin Reaves edition.
Yeah, I don't want Austin Reeves to take a dime under what he can get.
Okay, I see.
Make Rob Pelinka's pockets hurt. That's what we want to see.
Make his pockets hurt.
Exactly.
Okay.
Make the Lakers trick. That's what I want to see.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Austin Reeves is who he is. I don't really have any other like on the court things outside of that. Just be a really good secondary ball handler, Luca.
Yeah. Can you not be a walking lick on defense too? I don't think.
Oh, can we see you
necessarily been
score well in the playoffs for the first time?
Yeah,
but a
don't
couple
be-
playoff runs where those elite defenders come around and shit gets spooky real fast.
Yeah, he looks very small at times. So, and he's not a small guy necessarily at all. So,
Well, listen, when Jaden Daniels is crossing you with fucking 26 feet of arms, everybody looks small.
Jaden Daniels, you got long arms.
Jaden McDaniels.
There you go.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that sometimes.
Next up, Blake Griffin. What do you want to see from him from his first year on TV?
I just need solid commentary. I need every 5 years. I feel like some new people come into the game. They always say we're the new media, and then we get like 30, 45 games into the new media stint, and then they start doing the things that old media does. Can you be the true new media?
I need some
Fuck
memes.
that. Can you be hilarious?
Yes.
We know you can be funny. You do stand-up comedy. Can you be the heir apparent inside the NBA? Can you be hilarious while not being an old man that hates on everybody? Can you be both positive and funny?
Yeah. Well, like sprinkling in like a little bit of actual intellect in the basketball world.
Exactly.
Genuinely.
Exactly.
Can you like fulfill that and like be like the next actual new media's darling? I think that used to be JJ Redick, Lakers coach now. Now all eyes are on you. The cake is to be had.
Be entertaining and not an asshole. Challenge level impossible.
I agree.
Let me see that. I don't know if it's possible from a former player, but if anybody can do it, it's Blake Griffin.
Hell yeah.
Last name, Cade Cunningham. What do you want to see from the young star?
I want to see him score 60 this year.
What the fuck?
Ooh, that's tough. I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Sure. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I want to see him score 60.
Ooh, that's tough. That's hard as hell for him to do on that
I want to see him
team.
get 20 assists. How about that?
Yo.
In the same game.
20
I want to see you beat Prime James Harden.
Motherfuckers is Luca and James Harden. Okay.
Not even prime. I want to see you be prime Chris move.
I want to see you be Prime Cade
Prime
Cunningham.
Chris move. That's funny as hell.
Let me see you put over the MP stat line. Well, obviously get to the second round. Continue to be all NBA. Someone said be better than Shai.
Hell no.
No,
Dude, what
It's a
the
high
high
bar.
but honestly, I will say, and this is for Cade and for the Pistons as a whole. Lead your team to a top 4 seed. I want the Pistons to have home court advantage because, like, out of everybody else, they do have the most continuity coming in terms of like the Hawks changing up their roster. You got the Magic trying to bring in Desmond Bane. Everybody on that Pistons roster, a majority of them were there last year. You made it to the playoffs. I need to see you guys take that leap together, and then let's have a game 1 in Detroit this year.
Splash.
Shot clock cheese.
And that's all the names I have today. That's everything we want to see from about 15 stars or whatever. And that's the end of the stream. For all y'all that are still here, we appreciate you coming through for the first and rendition. Well, I tried to say edition and rendition at the same time. So I said like rendition. For the first edition of TD3 Live of the season. Many more to come. Great season starting. The next one will be next Monday, which will be the opening night preview, which should be a fun one. Got some good games coming up there. This week, we have the official TD3 predictions episode coming out on Friday.
It's gonna be a big one. We always say this.
Last year we did solid. Year before that, goddamn cataclysmic. We'll see which side we go on.
If you sag off, your swag's off.
And with that being said, we'll see y'all next week. I wish I could remember more. Ad libs from Chris Move.
How you like this?
I remembered half of one failure.
Music. How you like